In this video, we will share information on identifying and solving common Tpw fan problems. Tpw fan fails to start. The failure of a Tpw fan to start can be attributed to many reasons, which may include jamming of motor, no power supply or low voltage, wrong or loose connections, defective capacitor, regulator open circuit, defective switch and issues with fan motor winding. Before you start the inspection, turn off the power supply to your Tpw fan. Rotate the fan manually, and if you find a motor jam, you will need to dismantle and reassemble the unit. Low voltage or no supply of power could also be a reason your fan is not running. And if that is the case, you should check the power supply or correct the input connections accordingly. You should also check for connections at the terminal block of the fan and change them in case they are incorrect. A defective capacitor could also make your fan stop working. In such a case, simply change the capacitor. In case of burnt or open circuit regulator resistor, you will either have to repair or replace the resistor. Defective winding can also be the culprit, and if that is the issue, you should replace the stator or motor. Vibration. There are many possible factors that could cause your Tpw fan to vibrate, and the most common is the incorrect placement. If the Tpw fan is not placed on level surface or is not fixed properly, it tends to vibrate. In such a situation, place the fan on a level surface, or in other case, fix it properly. You should also check for the blade and guard and fix them properly if required. Unbalanced blade or angle distortion can also lead to a vibrating fan, and in such a case, you should replace the blade. Noise. People generally complain about their Tpw fan making too much noise. Now, we will talk about how to solve the problem of the irritating scratching and humming noise coming out of a Tpw fan. If the stator is touching the rotor, you will need to dismantle the fan, readjust motor and stator, and then reassemble the unit. Loose blades could also account for noise in a fan, which can be eliminated by tightening the blades correctly. Fixing guard properly and tightening the guard trim can also help solve the noise problem in a Tpw fan. In case the noise is because of the bearing or bush, you can try lubricating them. And if the problem persists, change the aluminium cover assembly. Oscillation problem. If there is the problem of oscillation in a Tpw fan, you should first check the oscillation link arm screws, and if they are loose, you must tighten them. Check the gear teeth, and if they are worn out, replace the gearbox. If the pinion is broken, just replace it. In case the oscillation lever is coming in touching the back false cover, adjust the lever and false cover correctly. Fan giving electric shock. You would never want to get an electric shock from your Tpw fan, right? However, if just experienced one, you must take the preventive measures to avoid one in the future. A bare wire or strand touching the body could be the primary reason for electric shock. In this case, unplug the unit, check the wiring from motor to base body, and if you find any problem, fix the wiring properly. If the problem is with the stator insulation, you will have to replace the stator or motor. cable damaged. A damaged or defective cable can raise problems. If there is excessive cable movement, readjust the cable. If the cable is faulty, you will need to replace the cable. Fan rotates in reverse direction. Is your Tpw fan rotating in the wrong direction? If yes, then the problem could be the wrong capacitor connections. If that's the case, check and change the connections. Your fan will start running in the right direction.